end of season awards night, Ryan Penny was named Forward of the Year as Johnny Curran will get that puck in deep. Finds Yanni Larkinen. There's a chance out in front and a good save from Beskorowany early. As Ryan Penny tried to get a piece of that on a one-timer in front. I think he was stick-checked by the defenseman. So Beskorowany makes an early save. Luke Ferrara can get this up ice. Finds Venus. Can't dig that one out of his feet. And the Giants can break up 3-on-2 with Pikanic heading to the net. Ends up getting elevated off the defenseman's stick. And into the corner, out for Conway. Chance out in front! And Goodwin got a piece of it. But it ended up kind of just trickling wide of CJ Mott's net. And Blaze will get that one up and out.
I think it was quite lucky there that it did trickle wide, because CJ Mott was slightly wrong-footed there. There was a gap there. We'll see it again just briefly there. Catches that. If it catches that gap there, that was going in. So fortunate for the Blaze on that occasion. Yeah,
I mean, in terms of goalies being wrong-footed, none other than Adam Morrison last weekend in the final game of the regular season here. Had a muffin from Dylan Eichstadt on the backhand through the 5-hole, and that almost set the Blaze up for a game not against the Belfast Giants this weekend, but Blaze ended up losing that in OT as CJ Mott will make a low stick save, and that will cause a little bit of pushing and shoving as one of the Belfast Giants forwards went for the rebound, as he was very much entitled to do. And I think the referees are going to invite a couple of Blaze players and Giants players to maybe sit for roughing here, although Tom Perring might be letting this one go. Fight for it on the half wall, won by the Giants. They're going to move this up ice. Here's Ben Lake. Lake gets some space in the forehand, shoots, bad save, rebound, they score! Loose puck came right out for Darcy Murphy. And he tucks that home just inside the 6-minute mark in the first period. And for Murphy, a player who's had an injury-marred season, this is a wonderful way to get your playoff started, Stu.
Yeah, just following up Ben Lake there, being in the right place at the right time. Really nice move from Ben Lake. Kind of goes straight through, decides to go with speed straight through between the right winger and the defenseman. CJ Mott has come out, he's been aggressive to try and charge Ben Lake down, but the angle of that rebound then means that it falls right on Darcy Murphy's stick.
Yeah. And the Giants are able to get this one out into the relative safety of the neutral zone. There's Clements. Another of the call-ups to Pete Russell's Great Britain side for the World. Just Coventry into the zone. Shot comes in. Rebound! Muscled just wide of the target by Ferrara. A rare bit of loose change off the goalie, Beskorowany. Luke Ferrara having a big opportunity for the Blaze. Here's Kivalati, the Blaze swamping them on the forecheck. Tried to drive the net. He will shoot on the turnaround, just wide of the target. Maybe via a piece of Beskorowany. And the Blaze have their best offensive offering of the night thus far. Tyler Sawyer in the corner, might be trying to free this one up from Knight. It's going to come to Joey Ratz. Ratz sends one down low for a tip, and Beskorowany makes a save. Ryan Penny was coming in the slot. It was a nice attempt from Ratz. Selfless. The Blaze just unable to squeak one behind the big netminder here, Stu. And the Blaze will get us underway here. The start of the second period. It's going to be a breakaway for Ryan Penny. What a start for the Blaze, and a good save from Beskorowany. Ryan Penny catching a rare lapse in concentration from the Giants D. Comes around for Goodwin. He's checked hard into the boards. Puck's still there for David Goodwin. He drops it off. There's going to be a chance in front and a diving play from Halbert. The puck's under him, and play will stop as it's a frozen puck under the groin, I think, of either Halbert or Conway, one of the two.
Well, the other thing to note as well for the Blaze is that on that depth as well, Sam Russell's in the lineup tonight. So we've got an 11th forward, but also somebody else who can drop in on D. Russell normally plays as a defenseman. We've seen him more as a forward here, and he's picked up a goal in the games. He's managed to get into 19 games for the Blaze this season now. So he's second half of the year, he's kind of solidified his place on the roster.
I like him as a forward.
Yeah,
I really like him as a forward. He's quick. He's got a really nice set of hands on him. And the goal he scored was a hard pass on the backhand in Sheffield. And he managed to roof it on, I think it was Barry Brust. As CJ Motson kicked that one out, but the Giants are celebrating that they've scored. And I think the referee's just given it. Or they're giving a face-off. What is happening here at the Sky Dome? It seemed like a nothing play. Mott seemed to kick it out of the net. So we look one more time, maybe.
Now we see Goodwin comes across and Pikanic. Goodwin's there. Mott's right up against, and it's we can't see from here. We've got no idea. It certainly comes out from Mott's skate and gets kicked across.
But here we go. We'll have a look to the penalty box, and no goal is the call. And for the 1,800 Blaze fans in the building tonight, that became a heart-in-mouth moment pretty quick. Yeah, puck comes off the heel of the stick of Kivilati. Jumps back on the loose puck and sends it backhand just wide of the net. Puck along the backboards. Oh, Ferrara gets his stick in the right place. Sends one short side off the pad of Beskorowany. It's still there. There is going to be a whistle. I think the Blaze are going to find themselves back on the power play here, Stu. As the Coventry on the forecheck, just creating enough of a chaotic situation here. As the Blaze will take this puck into the corner. Alec Marsh and his opposite number, Griffin Reinhardt. Captain David Goodwin played some college hockey at Penn State with Alec Marsh, and those two always have a little catch-up, I've noticed, in warm-ups before the games between these two teams as the Giants look to try and break on a 3-on-2 here. Puck carry Boucher, backhands it just wide of the target. Ended up having to go himself here as he's got Connor Chalk all over his back. Long, fans on that half shot, half pass. I don't know what it was, but either way, Connor Chalk's going to jump on it. Tries to get it in and comes a cropper on Sam Ruop. The big tall defenseman's trying to get it out the zone himself. There might be a chance in front. Blew it off on the backhand. Good stick save by Beskorowany and ends up being tripped, but play will continue. As both teams had shouts for penalties on that shift, Stu. Blaze will try and get this one out of the zone up high off the glass. Comes to Ruop. Throws on towards the net front area as a tip from Conway between the legs. Just evades the target. Pikanic, oh, a swing and a miss from JJ Pikanic. Blaze are going to get another breakaway. It's Penny again. Deeks tries to go 5-hole and a good save from Beskorowany. Penny tried to slip it low and Beskorowany says no. And that's two one-on-ones with a goalie for Ryan Penny this game. And both times the goalies come up big, Stu. Coventry will chip it north. Connor Chalk can't get around his man, excuse me. A little frog in my throat. Not ideal in the playoffs. So he's going to take this puck away. Here's Cook. Chance for Evan Bludoff. Bearing down, shoots. Great blocker save from Beskorowany. Blaze finding offense again here in the third period. Cooper's going to rotate it to the point. Ruop across the blue line. A melee in front of CJ Mott. David Clements all tangled up with Murphy. Venus on the backboards with Lake now. And Eichstad is Blaze desperate to try and get this one out of the zone. They found Ferrara. He's found Venus. Blaze have a 2-on-1 here. It's come down for Ferrara. On the backhand, he tried to be selfish. And I bet you, if he was on the forehand, he'd have ripped one towards the net of Beskorowany. And as the Blaze leading goal scorer, he's the most likely to score there. Yeah. It's Kivilati trying to outmuscle Long into the corner. Bit of a size mismatch, but the Finnish winger does a good job of keeping the puck in the hands of the Blaze. Gibson shoots from the point! Little pad save, I think, from Beskorowany. There's a chance on the back door. They score! Kivilati on the back door! Gets this game tied up on 1! And the Coventry Blaze get their just rewards in this game. As we look against Stu, they get Beskorowany scrambling and a little tip from 24.
Quite frankly, nothing more than the Coventry Blaze deserve after their offensive play this period. You see it coming across there. Joey Ratz picks up the puck, just throws it towards net, and then Kivilati just gets enough on it to send it into the goal. And we see a tie game. Coventry Blaze 1, Belfast Giants 1.
Giants are rotating their system around. A shot comes in from Cooper on the one-timer. Took it off his skate and then ripped it. Frankly, I don't think he should have been able to rip one. He wanted a Blaze defenseman all over him there. Pikanic to the point. Reinhardt drops it to the right wing side. Conway couldn't collect it cleanly. Puck's back at the point. Reinhardt to the back door. Chance for JJ Pikanic. Rotates it back to the top. Giants being patient here. Pickenich tries to jam it in front. It comes off a skate. It's still there. CJ Mott's got it. And there will be a melee. The Giants forward went for the rebound. And I don't know whether you could call that boxing out, Stu.
It's boxing out, piling on, bundles, whatever you want to call it there. Certainly there was a bit of a push there right at the end, you know, after CJ Mott covered it up, so that draws a reaction from the Blaze and a little bit of afters, but again, both teams involved, and I think the referees are just saying, look guys, we you know, just keep it reasonably civilized and we won't call penalties.
Yeah. I remember when Long burst onto the scene in Manchester. He had those couple of years where he just couldn't miss, you know, and it's similar to kind of Lake in a way, you know, that kind of attracts the attentions of the big boys like the Giants, and he's been with them ever since. As Darcy Murphy's going to start a 3-on-2 rush with Lake. He gets over to Doggett. Doggett, a big chance and a big stick save. Puck's still there. Ruop gets impeded by Venus. Puck is still in the offensive zone for the Giants. Chance for Murphy. Shoots on a big save. Second opportunity, they score. Slater Doggett with the finishing touch. And the Giants have their lead back. It was a scrappy offensive shift from the Giants, but they kept pressing, they kept pushing, and eventually Doggett's able to grab one on the backhand, shovel it on the forehand, and get it in the back of the net, Stu.
Yeah, good bit of pressure there from the Giants. They get themselves all round, keep going, and eventually, like I say, gets a little bit of a deflected shot past CJ Mott. Just under 5 minutes to go. Blaze 1, Giants 2.
Here's Curran. Backhands it in behind the net. Absorbs the hit from Ruop as Chalk is fighting for every inch with that Goodwin. Puck's come free. Curran tried the fancy pass to Marsh. Marsh is going to jump on it with Knight in tow. Into the last 2 minutes. Chance for Chalk. The net's gaping. The Blaze score. Halbert ties it up at 2. And the Blaze mob him like that's won the game, Stu.
Absolutely fantastic from the Blaze, not giving up with just under 2 minutes to go. Chalk barrels in. Halbert picks up the loose puck and he sends it into the net to tie it up, and the Blaze fans, the Blaze players go absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah, what a wonderful play by Connor Chalk. Proper, hard-nosed offensive hockey. He knows he's going to get clattered, but he's going to take that to make an opportunity, and it comes right out for Halbert, and he stuffs it into the top of the net, and the Coventry Blaze have this tied up at 2 with 1:43 remaining in this game. And what a game it's been! You know, Danny was talking to me about this for an interview. He kind of said, you could take anyone on that team and you could almost build a team around it. You could definitely build a line out of anybody on that roster. Yeah, and that is a real accolade to have.
And they've got chemistry where people haven't come in. You can drop it around. It finishes off 2-2 draw. Oh, and that leaves it wonderfully poised for a second leg over in Belfast.
Yeah.